settle down. Where are you running to? What else can you prove? How many more until you lose? You thought a better plan could shake the
Hi, I'm Mark Lipscomb, and when I'm not out relic hunting, I teach 6th grade social studies at Marsteller. And this page has some of my statistics. You can see there a little bit about my family. My wife also teaches in the county. All 4 of our kids are either in or were in Prince William County schools. And when I'm not at school, I like to travel, hike, see live music, and watch sports. So what we'll study in 6th grade social studies, you can see the list there. So we start out with geography. That's currently where we're wrapping up. We're about to move into archaeology and Native Americans as we speak. And we end the year with the Civil War. So students in 6th grade get the first half of U.S. history, and then second half in 7th grade. So 7th grade picks up with Reconstruction up through modern times. This is my Canvas homepage, and just to point out a couple of things, over on the left side you can see some quick links. Those are very helpful. You can click and see student grades there. You can get into the modules, which is where all the meat of what I teach can be found. There's an assignments tab, which will show you quizzes or things that have been submitted in Canvas. The class syllabus is listed there. You can link to Office 365 or student email. All of those are quick links to those different places. And then the other thing that you can see on this page that's been pointed out is the assignments tab, which is really a to-do list. So there's a to-do list. So anytime students have an assignment, it'll pop up there on that to-do list, which is nice because it's a quick link right to that assignment. And you don't have to go searching for it in Canvas. You can just click right to it from the to-do list. And speaking of assignments, they are broken into 2 categories, and this is school-wide. So summative assignments, which would be your big projects, major tests, some big quizzes might fall into the summative category too. And that's 100% of student scores. So anything that is summative is averaged together, and that's your grade. We also do informative grading, and these are kind of assignments that lead up to the summative. I like to think of it as informative are kind of like practice sessions, and then the summative is like the real game. Is kind of how I think of it. So, and when those are listed in the grade book, so in student view, parent view, even in Canvas, which I'll show in a second, they're color coded, so you can tell, what's a summative assignment and what's an informative assignment pretty easily. And you can see in the example there the way they're typically listed. I usually list them the same in Canvas as they will be in student view or parent view, so that you can see them in the gradebook listed with the same exact title. And that involves an objective number, which is tied to the state SOLs, followed by the actual objective, what the student should be able to do, and sometimes tacked on at the end if it's what type of assignment it is, if it's a project or a quiz or PowerPoint presentation, whatever it may be. There's also a lot more information about that grading policy in my syllabus, which is, there's a link here in this PowerPoint, which does you no good right now, but I will make a second video tacked on to the end of this, that if you're interested, you can get a little more detail about assignments and what the syllabus actually looks like. You can also, of course, click on that on your own from the syllabus link on the left side of the screen. And this is just kind of an example of how the assignments look in Canvas. So you can see any assignment that has a green book icon in front of it, that's going to be an informative assignment. So it's very easy for parents and students to know what type of assignment it is. Red book means that it's a summative assignment. And then if you see a blue book, that's something that's been assigned as a retake, and a retake of a summative assignment. So a little bit of helpful info. just about everything is in Canvas. So definitely check Canvas to keep up with the assignments. You can click on that to-do list, the assignments tab or link, or the grades link over on the left side. Parent view is where you want to see actual grades. And what I mean by that is sometimes things in Canvas may be graded as a percent or, out of 10 points, and you'll see it translated to a letter grade in student view or parent view. There are also maybe assignments that I may collect in Canvas that I may not exactly put into student view as a grade. So sometimes there can be a difference between the two. Parent view, student view is what's your actual grade. So that's what you want to really pay attention to. Canvas is also there for checking notes and class presentations. So let's say if you're absent or if you want a student wants to go back and review something, or you as a parent want to go back and review some information with them, you can click on that modules link and it will take you to the current lesson and module is always at the top of that list. So you can see what the objective is, what we're talking about that week or those few days, and you can get to all the class information there. So class notes, anything that I presented in class is going to be right there in the Canvas module. As always, email me if you have any questions or concerns, and my email is listed there. Also very easy to find on my Canvas page as well. There's some quick links to send emails. So, okay, you can wake up now. So if you weren't completely bored with me reading through a PowerPoint with you, there is a little bit more information that's coming in a second half, I guess, of this video, you could say, which you're welcome to stick around and take a look at. If you feel like you're good to go, thanks for checking it out. All right, so if you stuck around, just want to give a little bit more detailed info. If you watch the first part of this video, it's probably enough, but if you just want a little bit more information, that's what this second half is for. So this is from my homepage in Canvas, and I wanted to start with the syllabus. I did mention earlier that I would talk a little bit more about the grading policy. And that is, obviously, as you go down here, you see Prince William County Schools grading policy. So a little bit more about the two types of grades, summative and informative. I mentioned again that the informative work is like practice sessions and summative is like a real game or competition. Again, each assignment is listed in the grade book with a brief description with that state objective, that US 1.2A or whatever the letter combination would be. And then one thing that was not in the PowerPoint earlier, that's a little bit more detail. Some summative assessments may actually cover multiple standards. So, for example, a quiz or a summative assessment on the Civil War might actually cover 2 to 3 objectives. So sometimes they'll be broken down. So even though it's one overall grade for that test or that assessment, it may show up in the grade book as 2 to 3 separate grades because of the fact that it covers more than one objective. A little bit more about assignments. Assignments will be submitted through Canvas, and then once they are submitted, I will provide feedback in a comment section that's on the submission. So students definitely want to be checking that, especially if it's a grade that's not something they were expecting. Check those comments to see if any kind of corrections can be made and what can be done to kind of fix it and then resubmit it. And again, assignments that are graded, they will be graded in Canvas, but all official student grades are located in Parent View, Student View. And there's a little bit more there about DBAs and Parent View. Again, I just got to this from this home page, clicking over here on the Syllabus tab. Also from this page, you can click on Modules. And again, this is where what we go over in class is listed. And you can see currently we are looking at Objective 2D, which is Geographic Features. So these are all the things we kind of went over in class. The World project that we're working on right now, there's information listed here about that. If you scroll down, you can get to the previous modules. So again, if you want to go back to something, let's say, for example, a student wants to retake this summative assessment. Red book, remember, means summative. They want to retake this summative assessment about U.S. rivers. They could go back and review this module to help review for that retake. And you can see that's kind of the way the modules are set up. You have, some information that I present, usually a formative assignment or two, and then the summative at the end. Oh, you're still here. Well, thanks for sticking around for this presentation, and go reward yourself with maybe a cup of coffee to wake yourself back up. Anyway, I have to go chop some wood before the town meeting later tonight. Bye for now.